Ford Okafor had spent a lifetime building an empire. He had wealth beyond measure, power that commanded respect, and a name that echoed in business circles. But as he sat alone in his grand mansion, staring into the night, he felt an emptiness no riches could fill. The doctors had given him 6 months, maybe less. And for the first time, the man who had conquered everything felt powerless. That night, as Pamela Owusu, his longtime maid and quiet confidant, brought him tea, he asked her to sit. There was a weight in his voice she had never heard before. And then he spoke the words that would change both their lives. "I have nothing to leave behind, no family, no legacy. But I know you, Pamela. You are kind, honest, strong. If I must leave this world, I want to leave a part of me in someone good." His request stunned her. This wasn't about money nor obligation. It was about trust, about ensuring his name, his essence, lived on. Pamela spent days in deep thought, revisiting memories of her own struggles, the life she had fought to build, and the quiet kindness Ford had always shown her. And when she gave him her answer, it was not out of duty, but out of understanding. As months passed, their bond deepened. Conversations once short and formal grew into hours of reflection, shared fears, and quiet laughter. Ford, once a man of cold calculations, softened in ways he never expected. And when the day came that Pamela told him she was carrying his child, his tired eyes filled with something more powerful than relief: hope. But time was cruel. As Pamela's belly grew, Ford's body weakened. He fought against it, determined to meet the child that would carry his name. And then the night arrived. Pamela, in pain, was rushed to the hospital. Ford, too weak to stand, refused to let go. The doctors told him to rest. The nurses begged him to stay calm. But he would not close his eyes, not until he heard a cry, then another. "Twin boys," the nurse announced. A victorious laugh escaped Ford's lips, weak but full of life. He reached out, trembling, and touched their tiny hands. A tear slipped down his face. "My sons," he whispered, "my legacy." And with that, his eyes closed. The fight was over. Pamela sobbed as she held the newborns close. The man who had given them life had taken his last breath, but he had won his final battle. He had left behind something greater than wealth. She raised the twins with love, ensuring they grew up knowing the father who had fought to meet them, even if only for a moment. Because love, not wealth, was the legacy Ford Okafor had left behind.